Alright guys, welcome back again to the channel. As usual, back with some stories concerning our players right at this moment. So we have a lot of our players who came back to Nigeria to spend their holiday, spend their vacation, spend their free time, given by their club. As you know, majority of the league right now are on break, so this is definitely a good opportunity for these players to travel and do whatever they want to do with their off days. Spend time with family, spend time with friends, link up with old friends, former teammates, academy, club, and things like that. So these are some of the activities that we've been seeing going around. If you check out the social media pages or handles of our players, a lot of them actually returned. Victor Osimhen, for one, despite how busy he's been, in the transfer market, there's been a lot of stories, speculations going around about Victor Osimhen's future, and obviously he's someone that's very busy, and we know how that is because obviously the last 3 games that we played in the friendly, he wasn't available because of the fact that he needed to sort out his future. That is still on the line, but it doesn't prevent him, or it hasn't prevented him from taking some time to come to Nigeria. He's currently in Nigeria, in Lagos, where he's spending time with friends and family, loved ones. He even attended or honored the birthday party of the former NFF's president, Amoju Pinnick, who invited him to the birthday party of his daughter. So Osimhen was on hand to attend that one and made everywhere lit up, because of his presence, and that actually went really fine. Well, aside from that, Osimhen, he's spending time with his friends, Boniface, Tolu Arokodare, Onyedika, Paul Onuachu. They actually trained together, at one point during the week. And then he did some other stuff as well, linking up with skits maker Sabinus and all of the other guys, Odumodu Block, the musician. So he's been very busy, especially doing the things that he loves to do, trying to make the most of this break before he goes back and sort out his future. But I might just add here that even though he's on vacation or in Nigeria spending time with friends and family, his agent is still on the clock working behind closed doors to try and get his future sorted out. And speaking about that one, guys, there is some optimism coming out from the Galatasaray Football Club right now, and this is because their vice president, in the person of Ibrahim Hatipoglu, has now given some updates regarding what his club Galatasaray are doing, to try and make sure that they get Victor Osimhen this transfer market. So Ibrahim Hatipoglu came out to speak with the media, and what he said reassured the Galatasaray fans that hey, they're actually working, doing everything that they can to get their man back. Of course, Galatasaray fans, they love Osimhen. They want him to extend his contract, or this time on a permanent basis, not on loan. And at some point, they were even ready to contribute their 2 cents to make sure that they support the club from their pockets to get Victor Osimhen. But this message from the Galatasaray vice president is definitely something that's going to bring some kind of joy to the Galatasaray fans, because he said, quote, "We are negotiating Osimhen, but there are offers from other teams. Galatasaray have also made an offer. The chances of Victor staying are increasing day by day, but the negotiations are long." And then he goes on to talk about last year when Osimhen was offered to them by Napoli. He said that they didn't really even want a striker because obviously then they had Mauro Icardi, who everyone loved and trusted in. But then they had to make that decision to bring Osimhen in because Osimhen was such a big name that they envisioned him coming in and making some improvement and bringing some quality on and off the pitch to their team. He said last year when Osimhen was offered to us, we didn't need a striker, but his name was so important that we closed the deal in 2 days. In 2 days. So these are some of the things that he said, and then the vice president also, moved forward to talk about how Galatasaray's Galatasaray transfer agent, who goes by the name Abdullah Kovuchsku, is the head of transfer for the Galatasaray Football Club. So the vice president has reassured, the fans that Kovuchsku is currently having negotiation with Osimhen representative, and they are trying to reach some sort of middle ground, for Osimhen to agree and sign for the club. He said our head of transfer is managing the negotiations together with agent George Gardi, who's Osimhen's agent. It won't be easy, but with each passing day, the chances of him staying at Galatasaray increases. So that is what the man has said. I know this is going to be a soothing music to the ears of Galatasaray fans, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be very difficult. Just like the vice president said himself, that it's going to be a long negotiation, and when you factor in the fact that Osimhen is also having negotiations with other clubs, as well, and some of those clubs are from the EPL, which is like his preferred destination. So there's going to obviously be some sort of bias, on the side of Victor Osimhen to want to listen, or to be willing to listen more to the English Premier League clubs and the offer that they are bringing to the table. So it's going to be very difficult for Galatasaray. In my mind, I'm thinking before Osimhen will decide to complete a move to join Galatasaray on a permanent basis, he would have exhausted his EPL option, first of all, before he can make that deal work. Because obviously, if a certain Chelsea or a certain Man United or a certain Arsenal are willing to pay his transfer fee, 75 million euros to Napoli, and then pay his salary of 350k a week, I don't think Osimhen is going to be looking at the side of Galatasaray. No disrespect whatsoever, but this is what I think will happen, because Osimhen has a dream to play in the EPL and he wants nothing but that dream. So that's why Galatasaray are a bit on the disadvantaged side right at this moment. But we'll see how it goes. Osimhen definitely has a big decision to make regarding his career, regarding his future. But right now he's chilling in Lagos, meeting friends, meeting families, trying to have the best holiday possible that he can have in the shortest amount of time. More stories is going to be coming out. We'll see how it develops. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more videos.